Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So if you've used a strategy like moving average crosses, you understand how frustrating it can be, especially if you want to turn it into an automated trading system or forex robot, because it usually doesn't work the way that you intend. For example, you would want to trade in situations like this, but you want to avoid situations like that. That's the problem with moving averages. Sometimes they do not work well in arranging markets. In fact, moving averages is a bad strategy in a ranging market because you easily get false signals. But when the market is ranging, it's trending, sorry, it's a good strategy. You can easily take trades and make some money. So the request that was asked in one of the videos is, can you show me how I can create a robot that instead of trading, placing trades in these bad situations, placing a trade in these bad situations, maybe we just have a robot that shows you arrows or signals. Then you as the trader, you decide on what to do, whether you want to buy or whether you want to sell. So it's a fairly straightforward thing to do, really. We are going to use FXDREEMA, one of our favorite forex builders, and it's going to be a very short video, very simple things to do. So we're just going to use the example of the moving average. Definitely you can try to use the example of your own strategy, whatever indicator that you are using. So let's go to FXDREEMA. So this is a previous project that we did in the previous video. If you want to check it out, just go and watch that previous video. After watching this one, let's just delete this, and we go and we delete this. Just drag and highlight and right click and delete everything. We're just deleting everything. Just deleting everything, variables there, just delete, so that we're starting afresh. Okay, so yeah, what we're going to do is, then we just go to on tick. We're just going to use a simple robot really to demonstrate how you can do that, how to you can plot signals instead of trading. So here we've got our moving average trading robot that we can see is sometimes taking false trades in these ranging situations. So we are going to want to just tell the robot to give us a signal, then we decide for ourselves whether we want to trade at that signal or not. So what you can do is we just go back to FXDREEMA. The first thing that I usually do, you already know if you've been watching these videos on this channel. The first thing that we are going to do is check that there are no trades that are running that has been placed by this same robot. Then also we are just going to use once per bar, because we just want this thing to happen once per bar. So I'm just going to demonstrate, maybe let's just demonstrate both buys and sells, but anyway. So we just go to conditions now, and we go and we just drag and drop. Really, this is how we do it in FXDREEMA. Here we don't need to do anything really. We just go in condition, and let's say we are just going to use a robot that trades moving average 1 versus moving average 3, because we want fast in fast out, and we're going to use exponential moving averages. We're going to use exponential moving averages. Applied price, we're going to use the close price. So this will be condition for a buy. When the one moving average is above the 3, we're going to look for buys. And for sales, we are just going to do the very opposite thing. When one is below the 3 moving average. We are going to be looking for sales. We're again going to use exponential moving average. If I'm moving too fast, I apologize. I'm trying not to make this video any longer than it should be. You can always rewind the video and watch over the steps that I'm doing again. Then we just update like that. So normally what you then do after this, after setting these conditions, normally what you then do is you then come in this section and you'd say buy now. That if you want the robot to then buy, or you then put this thing if you want the robot to sell. But we are not going to do that for the purposes of this, because we just want it we just want the robot to tell us that there is now a condition for a buy, there is now a condition for a sell, but we still want to decide for ourselves whether it's true or not. So then after this, we are just going to go to chart and objects. So here we are just going to draw a button. That's what I'm going to do, draw a button, and we double click and we go in there. We are going to say we want an arrow that shows up, that because we are setting for a buy condition, and we are going to set it on candle 0. Candle time. You can play with some of these settings really, but some of them are really don't matter. So we're just going to keep it at the current candle. The moment we have conditions for a buy, we're just going to print an arrow that's going to pointing up. Then when it appears, we decide whether we want to buy or whether it's a fake signal. Then so we are using the robot to give us signals. Then we decide whether we want to take that signal, and we can see you can basically check out the other, yes, where I wanted to go. You can basically check out the other conditions here, but really there is nothing to worry you too much here. More settings, and I just don't really worry much about it. Where I wanted to go to was on color here. You probably want to set it at blue, or you want to set it at lone green or green, whatever color that that you are going to use for showing you that we are now buying. Then play with some of these things. Of course, we don't want to put it in the background. You just want that arrow to be on top of the chart. Then so you can basically play with some of these settings and see what you want. But basically this is it. Then you just update. Then you do actually the same thing again, and you just drop and do it like that. And now we are going to plot an arrow down, and we're just going to go to standard properties, and we can keep it pink or we can make it red, so that we know that that's a sell signal. Then otherwise you can play along with all these other settings and see what suits you. So in this situation, the robot is not going to buy or sell, but it's just going to plot signals for us. It's just going to show up with arrows for us. Then we decide ourselves whether we want to buy or to sell that particular signal. In a situation like this, maybe we just want to wait for using, depending on what our strategy is. Maybe we're also looking at support and resistance. So we really want an arrow that appears really when we are moving away from resistance, and a sell appears there, then we know it's a good signal to sell. If support, we are moving away from support and a signal for a buy appears, then we definitely know that it's probably a valid signal for a buy. But we want to avoid situations like this where it's just wicking in one place, and we don't want to we don't want the robot to just be taking these false signals. Then this is where you lose money with moving averages when the market is ranging. So that's how you avoid that with just having signals generated on your behalf. There are also other things that you can add. For example, if you come here, you can play a sound. You can actually play a sound. You can actually do that, and you play a sound that tells you when the signal is available. Then you actually go onto your chart and you decide if it's a valid signal. So we just do that. You can choose here all the alerts that you want, or you can have a custom file, but here you can basically choose what they have in terms of the alerts, the sound that go. Maybe if we have a sell signal, it plots the arrow and it goes dun dun. Then you can go to your chart and see if it's a valid sell signal. If it's a valid sell signal, then you sell. Yeah, so I hope this answers the question that was on that other video, how to have the robot not take trades but just provide signals for you. Instead of playing sound, you can also decide to have a message. Now putting too much on this robot. Maybe you can have an alert message. Double click and go in there. The message, you can maybe say buy, and we update. And here you have a message that says sell. So what's going to happen in this scenario is that the moment you get a signal, what's happening here? It seems like it's still connected. Maybe it's my internet, I don't know. Because I don't want this particular one. Yes, delete this connection. Yeah, so I want this connection. So in this scenario, what's going to happen is if we get a sell signal, it's going to draw an arrow, it's going to go dun dun, then it's going to pop up a message. You know, those messages that pop up in this corner, the alert messages that pop up in this corner, that it's time to sell. Same for buying. So decide on what you want, what works for you. But this is how you would have a robot that instead gives you signals and not trade. Okay, then all you just have to do then is to just name the robot signal whatever, and done. And then you can download the executable file and you download the source code. That's basically it. If you have any more questions, if you have ideas, things that you want me to give you direction on, leave your comments in the comment section below. I will try my best to answer your questions and show you some of the things that you can do with FXDREEMA. Otherwise, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Subscribe, like the video, see the links in the description box below. Bye.